Well, thank you very much. And so the Cavaliers sweep the Atlanta Hawks, winning by 10 in the fourth and deciding game. And now we'll have plenty of time to rest up to see who will survive between the Orlando Magic and the Boston Celtics. Mike, let's first talk about how the Cavaliers might fare against the defending world champions who they split with in the regular season, 2 games apiece.
Well, the one thing is that Cleveland will go into the series, if it's against Boston, a rested team. Boston comes off a most difficult series against Chicago, where they played 4 overtime or double overtime games, and then again a very difficult series against the Magic. You're missing Kevin Garnett, you're missing Leon Powe, so it's a depleted team, yet a team with great pride. But you would think that after 2 most difficult series and having a rested Cavaliers team, it would give a huge advantage to Cleveland.
Yeah, and without Garnett, as you mentioned, a huge element here, and you talked about how the Celtics have had to really struggle thus far. Cavaliers winning 8 straight playoff games by double digits, and that is an NBA record. Now let's talk about the Orlando Magic beating Boston, and the Magic being the opponent for the Cavaliers in the Eastern Finals.
So during the regular season, Orlando won 2 out of their 3 meetings, and the problems they presented, they have the big man in the middle, Howard, who protects the front of the rim and forces teams into becoming more of a perimeter-oriented team. And we've seen Cleveland on a number of times drive the ball at the basket, and they're rewarded with a high number of free throws. Well, against the Magic, because of Dwight Howard, you're a little more reluctant to take it. Then what they do is at the offensive end, they surround Howard with all the three-point shooting. They have 2 forwards, both 6'10", both can post up, both can shoot threes, both can pass the basketball. So it's a different look. And if they're making shots, they can beat anybody in the NBA, the Magic.
In the one game that the Cavaliers won, LeBron James scored 43 points. So then the question is, can we decide which team may have the better chance of curtailing LeBron James to any extent?
I'm not sure anybody can curtail him, but as far as the team that I think would give them a tougher fight because of personnel right now. And remember, Orlando is missing Jameer Nelson, their all-star point guard, because of the injury. But Rafer Alston's done a good job in filling in. And I think Orlando would give them a little bit different battle because they will live and die by the three-point shot, Orlando. And then they'll rely on the big man in the middle to challenge Zydrunas Ilgauskas.
And I use curtail because I never would use the word stop because that would not exist in this conversation. All right, we'll see who the Cavaliers play in the Eastern Conference Finals.